Hi, thank you so much for joining me today on Lunch with the Trainer. My name is Ken, health fitness specialist at Minor Bedford. So today I'm stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit. We're going vegetarian. I'm doing a General Tso tofu. So the first thing you want to do when you're working with tofu is drain it. Make sure you get all the excess fluid out of it. So you want to start by putting a few paper towels under your tofu, a few paper towels on top. Then you just want to put a lightweight object on top of it. Leave it there for about 30 minutes. Now I thought it'd be funny to use my work laptop. You could definitely use a cast iron skillet, maybe a few bugs to do the trick. Going through this process, it's going to be great for the texture of the tofu. It's going to make it crispier when we fry it, and it's going to end up tasting a lot better. So I definitely recommend you do this whenever you're working with tofu. Our next step will be to pat our tofu dry and cut it into about 1-inch cubes. Then in a large bowl, you're going to add 1 tablespoon of hot sauce, a tablespoon and a half of honey. Give them a good mix. Then you're going to add your tofu to the bowl. Just give them a good toss until they're well coated with the sauce. Then we'll sprinkle a tablespoon and a half of sesame seeds over our tofu, making sure they're evenly distributed. And our final step before we cook our tofu is going to be to add our cornstarch. So we're going to use 3 tablespoons of cornstarch to coat our tofu. That's going to help make them nice and crispy. Now to cook our tofu, we're going to use 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. We're going to cook them for about 2 minutes on each side at a medium heat. And once your tofu's done cooking, just put them on a plate, set them aside, and get ready to make the General Tso sauce. Now we want to use a wok or a large pan. We're going to set it to a medium heat, and we're going to use 1 tablespoon of avocado oil. We're going to add our ginger. We're just going to let that cook for about 10 seconds. And after about 10 seconds, we want to add our garlic, our red bell pepper, our dried red chilies, and we're going to let that cook for about 30 seconds. Then we're going to add 1 cup of water, and we're going to let that come to a boil. And once we get that water to a boil, we're going to add in our broccoli and all of our sauces. So our rice wine, our dark and regular soy sauce, our honey, and our sesame oil. And we're going to let that cook for a couple of minutes before we add our cornstarch mix. And that cornstarch is really going to help thicken up our sauce. And once our sauce gets nice and thick, we're going to add in our tofu. And we're just going to let it cook for another couple of minutes. And that's pretty much it. Now you just want to serve it over a little bit of rice and you're all set. Now, I was honestly surprised at how good this dish turned out to be. So whether you're a vegetarian or just looking to switch things up, I highly recommend it. Try it out, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.